If you ever want to talk about anything, you know I'm here, right?
Right.
Those dreams seem to be getting worse. How are you feeling? Not a whole lot, and I've been happy keeping it that way. Playing around with essence, poking at souls, trying to move them out of and into places they shouldn't be. Oh, it makes me queasy. Though, if we're going to understand the Dream Scourge and your godlike lineage, I suppose we'll have to get comfortable with it. Still, I'm happy to leave those pursuits to other people.
Exactly. Other people. People who are a safe distance away.
Not the same way adherents do. We've got no laws against it. I've just always felt more comfortable with things I can see and grasp for... Don't get me wrong, most animancers are nice enough people. But even nice people get strange ideas from time. If you get up in the night, don't wander too far.
What are you grinning about?
Huh?
Oh, would you be a dear and help with these forklifts, please?
Looks like she needs our help. Arms up! Stay down!
Don't get too comfortable. More along the way.
Come and get me!
Oh, fantastic. People. I was about to lose my wits.
A mind's question. The dust of the Akita in her hair.
You wouldn't happen to have a ladder on hand, would you? Don't take that tone with me, darling. There's a beautiful vase right in those ruins that I cannot reach. And as sharp as my wits are, they are a poor substitute for a ladder. But perhaps we don't need one. You're tall, striking, and well-toned. There's a vase in this ruin that's too high for me to reach. Fetch it for me. I can pay you in skates if you do. The vase sits atop that tower beside us, in the ruins there. And once you've got it, look me up. Yatsley, wizard extraordinaire, godless expert, and a Balrog in the bedroom.
You do meet the most interesting people.
I can get you 1,000 faces that don't require going into some ancient ruins. But no one listens to me.
Give me a target.
I think I sprained my shoulder.
Andra's titties, you found it! I tried using magic to get the vase down, but alas. Thankfully, you and your little friends came along and saved the day.
Excuse me. We're all bigger than you are, Nimdude.
I may be small, but my magic is not, I assure you. Of course I can. Are you a wizard as well? Remarkable. An Adiran godlike wizard. You're nearly as fascinating as this godless vase. But I'd best pack up. I want to get home. I have a new artifact to study. Thank you for your help, godlike. Even if you didn't have a ladder.
Well, that's something I hope never happens again.
I've got a few inches to spare if she changes her mind.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things. The godless and their proclivity for higher spaces, I swear.
This one's mine. Who's ready for more?
Never seen Emerald stare like this. It's usually so nice.
Those as if people weren't hungry enough.
A godlike in Emerald Den. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I've been elbow deep in Beatrice all day. Governor Vidaro, I'm sure he's snug as a maggot in a corpse in his estate. It's in Fiormesiverno, on the far side of town. But just in case it comes up, you'd... I suppose you deserve that much. Our governor doesn't exactly approve of my area of expertise. As you can see, this is my reanimated corpse farm.
Oh, And what do you use for fertilizer? Other corpses?
I'm trying to demonstrate the value of undead labor. But of course, nothing is ever that simple. What am I supposed to do? Just reanimated corpses are the future of manual labor. Cost-effective, low maintenance, and very friendly. Now, Beatrice, she's being a real problem if you can believe it. Would you be a dear and reach into her guts? Feel around for anything that doesn't belong. Aha! So the blight got into my revenant and interfered with her raising. That confirms one of my theories. Not only is the Dream Scourge affecting our farms, it's disrupting animancy, unraveling our work. Sounds like I have more research ahead of me, but at least now I have a sense of direction. Thank you for getting your hands dirty on my behalf, godlike. You're a natural. We're animancers. Hooking up equipment and seeing what happens is what we do. You see, the living lands is rich with essence, the energy of souls. We channel this energy into our fields, and that's why Emerald's there is the breadbasket of the living lands.
There's something poetic about the idea of plants eating souls to survive. Creepy, but poetic.
But as you can see... Thank you. We've been at it for a while now, but there is still so much to learn. Traditional farms depend on water. Animancy can change the world. Come back soon.
Good fight.
Emerald Stair has seen better days. Come back soon.
great mystery is.
I can't. Can you make other godlike? Just curious if that's something you do.
Yeah. Yeah. This place could use a broom or two. Maybe a team of gardeners.
Ah, there may not be much left, but
I don't know who or what you are, and frankly, it doesn't matter. Stay out of trouble, and there won't be any problems. No, you just got lucky enough to catch me on a good day. So, what do you want? Well, you found someone. This is what remains of Fjord's mercantile district. Obviously, it has seen better days. It's not. At least, not anymore. 40 years ago, this place was a bustling harbor, shipping food to Thirdborn, Paradis, and the occasional smaller settlement. I would know. I was still right here, at this very post. Dwarves live longer, so 40 years isn't that long to us. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some ruins to watch over.
You look like you know where you're going. Can you tell me the way to Fjord's market? This isn't a market. It's a bunch of hungry people standing around. Are you sure? Oh no. That's the gate they told me to look for. Oh, great. That's the last thing our boss will want to hear. I came here to cut a deal that'd feed Thirdborn for a month. I was meant to set up a supply line. Huh. It's possible. Though the Adirans might not look favorably upon me. I'll think of something. Thanks anyway.
Hand in hand, they toil, and the earth gives in return. The smile of the harvest.
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giat is about to tear that poor man a new one. Well, I hope you have a stomach for profanity.
Huh. A woman shouting profanity at leadership? Reminds me of home.
She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancer's fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giat has put the governor in his place, but it might be the last. Look around. The town's overgrown, the crops are dying. What's not to fight about?
Just take a blessed day look outside. Doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it.
I was hoping to learn some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when Animancer's...
The Emperor's envoy. Inquisitor Ludwig said you might be heading this way. Captain Alfair of the Steel Garrote. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy. While they theorize and do nothing, the sickness spreads. But worry not, envoy. The Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of Adiran interests when the time comes. We all have our part to play, envoy. Until later.
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Does subtle mean something different outside of subtlest?
Can I interest you in some glaive berries or better spells, perhaps? Welcome to Poria in Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair. All ingredients are fully stocked. Be careful with your fortune.
Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Saimiko. Becoming part of a blight is
Careful! Or we'll get thrown out of the pub! We're all ready. When did that happen?
I had one job. Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been? If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here. Brasilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once, but since they... Oh, fine. Get right to it then.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger. The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nemdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. Know what I mean?
What's the meaning of this?
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Tempers are high, but I don't see any assassins. Yet.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion. Very well. I hope you remember that behind these walls, your influence has limits.
I'm sure he didn't come all this way just to challenge your authority. As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now, our farms. Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
They do. And that's the kind of reckless behavior I'm trying to avoid.
Reckless is all we have time for. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Chiata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark. You must be unfamiliar with animancy. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart. Then we'd better do it somewhere else. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties.
Your request is denied, Chiata.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Mesiverno.
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast. Perhaps, but I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Mesiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west, by the workshop.
I'll find us another bedroom.
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
I've got a powerful feeling we weren't supposed to see this.
My hands. My hands. Sharp. Maxim. Where did you go?
You startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our...
Oh, so those gnats constantly buzzing in my ears are this lady's fault. Apology not accepted.
The dead of Fjord expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry. That's exactly it! Well done! I have always observed it, and I brought it with me when I came to Fjord. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone. They bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
The ritual heals all. The spirits get one more taste of life, and the living get to offer one last gift to the dead. You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fure, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds. I believe it will do exactly that. The spirits will find closure and rest, and the living can move on from this recent tragedy. Be careful, friends. The angry spirits lash out blindly.
Next time you want to tour graveyards, I'm staying at camp.
I can't thank you enough for helping to...
Empty again.
Seems that way.
Vidal said the current crop looks promising.
How can he know that? He's not a farmer.
Be patient. He hasn't steered a swamp before.
Genuine healing, please.
Take a moment, people. okay?
Seems like a waste to me. Means something to them.
Something's not right here.
Right flank!
Glad that's over. This must be near the spot that cartographer mentioned. Led many people to godless ruins before. Never went any closer, I guess. Quiet, Nimdude. Come and get me. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
See that? Not looking so good.
the fight. Many people to godless ruins before. Never went any closer than this. I was just getting warmed up. Right with you. That's all of them.
Another win, but who's counting?
I sprained my shoulder. Well, that's a place to be sure.
So
Give me a target. Hey! Over here!
Many people to godless ruins before. Never went any closer to these.
The Adra stirs, a crackle of light in a withered field. We had not considered this. Murmurs of madness, fright. Our touch cushions you like a shell. We wilt, we gnaw with hunger now. What has come of this place? A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel? We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals? Eons have passed. We do not recognize these strange machines. A harvest grows. The dead rise. What do they hope to achieve? Lift the shroud from the wheel. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make? The hound cannot recognize itself. It growls at its own reflection. Should we fear it too? Fire that burns the forest feeds the soil with its ash. We have learned much.
Take your best shot. Like left.
Look out for damp flies. They'll drink you dry down there.
So he was here all along.
This poor guy
looks like that broke off of something. One. Wonder where it goes.
This place doesn't smell safe.
Remember the strangleroot. Be quiet. You take lead.
Isokso!
Go!
Come and get me! Quick as I can. Isokso! On your right!
You're a good friend.
Let's see what you got.
I owe you. I was just getting warmed up.
Isokso!
Just like the good old days.
Yeah.
Diego! Come and get me! Play again. I'm sick! I'm sick! Coming from your right. Let's see what you got. That's it for me. Well done. Back on my feet. Who's ready for more?
There. That's Thomas' old house. I wonder what he wanted me to find. The place feels different without him. You let Tama painted that? I had no idea. So much here reminds me of Tama. It's strange to be back without him. I still can't imagine what he wanted me to find. Say, what's that you're holding? Yeah, it is. Damn you, Tama. Damn you. I carved this for him years ago. I had no idea he'd kept it, let alone. All this time, I never knew. And he tells me like this, when he's long gone, leaving me with nothing but a piece of driftwood I gave him years ago. The man kept a journal of poetry. He never had a problem with words, and we knew each other for years. I trusted him with things in my past. If he really did, I was a mess when we met. I'd been through the battles and Deadfire and a handful of I was a chewed-up piece of flotsam drifting to the living lands. Tom always saw right through me. A coward. I let him down. He was always there when I needed him. But when he needed me, I'm sorry. That's probably... I haven't talked about this in a while, so... Thanks for listening. A little fresh air will clear my...
Maybe they... I've never seen anything like this.
Neither have I. Never seen a tree grow so quickly as to... That's outside my expertise, but I wouldn't be surprised.
You seem capable enough, stranger. But the forests are not safe. As if this weren't enough proof of that.
No, probably not. but I doubt Vidaro cares about anything that doesn't directly affect Fio. Stay out of the forests if you can help it.
Good luck out there.
Gone. Adelaro's gone. Hello. Are you a fish too? Oh, the sardines shimmer. They swim in silver circles.
Something's not right with her. She's probably the ranger Fidelio told us to look out for.
We're Belena? Maybe you're Belena. Where's Adelaro? Adelaro knows where Adelaro is. Adelaro's face burst into violet when the dreams came. Red violets.
She's talking about another dream thrall. We better find him before he finds us.
She watched that happen to him. God.
A lamb taken from the flock. How do we soothe her?
Your friends speak true. They know us. Help us. Huh? Oh, but...
If nothing else, you'll spare her from having to see it.
Find him. Give the lieutenant our badges. He calls himself Fidelio. But Adelaro stumbles at him out of the...
Unseen, unheard.
Left! Come and get me! Hold it. We got 'em all.
Oh, more of this stuff. Has anyone figured out how to get rid of it?
Justice of James, a million winking eye.
Feed them to the earth!
Ori in the brush!
What am I hitting?
Hey! Over here!
Too late.
Glad that's it.
Watch yourselves. Here we go.
Envoy, over here.
We'll get him next time.
Good. You finally showed up. I was worried you weren't coming. The name's Keeledge. Pleasure to meet you. Hilgard sent me to Emerald Stair to keep an eye on this place. I had orders to make contact as soon as you arrived. I won't talk long. He only wants me to let you know I'm here. If you need to get word to the ambassador, I'm your man. Depends on the day. Hilgard told me to blend in, observe, and contact you. Now, I think I'm just supposed to wait. I'm worried about drawing attention from Ludwine's crew in the meantime. I think they're up to something. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think the scale of their operation is dangerous. All right. I suppose I can do that. Exactly how far do you want me to go with this? Understood. Until later, Envoy.
Oh, it's you. Leave me alone, all right? I'm not looking for trouble. Remember Rigwolf, the one who put an arrow in your heart? I didn't have to be. I'd heard enough. That damn fool Rigwolf with his head full of visions. When he wanted to resort to violence, I knew I had to leave. I guess you must have seen something in him I didn't. Hope your mercy doesn't come back to bite ya. Maybe I'm brave, maybe I'm stupid. I'll find out eventually. Good luck out there.
Even if we want to stop them, we may not be able to.
I'm Valen.
Please tell me you found them.
Your rangers lost to the Dream Scourge. Nothing we could do.
The Dream Scourge? Here? Tell me you're joking. So it is. Gods, I saw these signs. I didn't want to believe them. They'd been acting sideways, more than just distracted from their work. I thought it was... Well, I don't have to tell you twice. I think I know the answer, but... Merla, when she turns, Fjord will panic. Where is she now? Then I can't leave her. I can't kill her either, but here. You went to a lot of trouble. You ought to be paid for it.
It looks like no one is safe from the Dream Scourge.
Sounds like you've traveled a fair bit. Except Gia. Welcome back,
That did not go as I had planned. I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
I thought she was being polite.
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego. What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fjord Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone. We'll have fewer resources to work with, but anything's possible. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days. Sorry. I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I just realized this is the end.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be all right. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on it. Today, that changes. I need help from the animancers around town, but... Glad to hear it. Your education should come in handy. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossel is an authority on the undead. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
God.
Rumor has it. At all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the living lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. Diverus? You work fast. Impressive. I wonder if my theory about her is correct. Is that so? Huh, how fascinating. Here's hoping I get approved to study the flow of essence into the region's fauna after all this is done. If only we could find a way to coexist with them. But I suppose it is in their nature to oppose innovation. Eh? From the depths of my soul, I thank you. May their poor souls find peace in the... Perfetto.
I on.
I'm not making it up.
You're not still on about that, are you?
Right. This place has seen better.
Good fight.
You know, I get the symbolism of giving perfectly good food to the dead. It just it's dumb.
I'm sick.
Arms up.
Quiet as the depths.
One for you! Coming from the rear.
That tower is for Fjord's Rangers. It's where they stand around and
Listen,
argue about the
we'll
best
get to
route
the bottom
Sheriff
of this.
Square.
Not sure how, but we'll get there. I agree that this is important, Masoni, but if we don't focus on hunting, people will starve.
How is a potential murderer in our ranks not your top priority? You don't think it's real, is that it? You think I'm jumping at shadows?
One moment, please, Envoy.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not saying it's impossible, Masoni. Only that more immediate dangers require our attention. We'll talk about it later.
Meanwhile, someone's tearing us apart from the inside.
What interest does Adir have in Fior's affairs? We've survived without your sainted help for this long, and...
The land wasn't trying to kill us before. These are desperate times, Captain. You must see that.
We've suspected the killer among our ranks for several days, but there hasn't been time to investigate.
There hasn't been time? A traitor in your ranks is serious.
I told you I'll do it.
We've had to redouble our hunting to feed Fior, and the bandits and Zarips are running us ragged. Every ranger we lose brings us closer to starvation. Several of my people are beginning to think that as well, particularly Masoni here. But if that's true, to what end?
My gut's never wrong, Envoy.
I used to think that. Then I ate a bad batch of twig rat stew and had to re-examine everything I thought I knew.
Two of our best, Monato and Verano, have failed to report back. Neither of them would fall easily to creatures they faced 100 times before.
Monato is the most skilled tracker we have, and Verano is our most accomplished archer.
I've heard of Monato. He hunted the Black Padfoot a few months back. That thing was impossible to track, but he did it.
You really think one of their own would betray them?
The only threat they wouldn't be prepared for would come from someone they trust.
As if that weren't enough, my rangers spotted a stranger near town this morning. They kept to the shadows, wearing some kind of mask. I wouldn't rule them out, but my men disappeared before this person seems to have arrived in town.
Tell him about D'Urso and Casagrada.
All right, Envoy, if you really want to get involved. Two of my rangers have been acting strangely since the others disappeared. Rangers D'Urso and Casagrada.
That's a powerful accusation to make. I know you rangers are a tight bunch.
Would they really turn on their own brethren?
Both are good people, but they're connected with my missing men. And they haven't been particularly forthcoming. I've moved D'Urso and Casagrada to posts just outside Fior. I haven't explained why, but D'Urso's probably figured it out. Speak with them, and follow any leads they might turn up. I'm still not convinced either of them is a murderer, but...
It's better to be sure. You're not the ally we expected to find, but I appreciate it all the same.
Watch yourself in the wilds, Envoy.
I can't think of much worse than turning on your squad, except having to suspect your own people. We should help them.
Agreed.
heard they're more scared of us than we are of them.
Cave up on the cliff. Maybe these Zarbs are protecting something.
Good campfire. Nice after this.
Yeah.
Take a moment, people.
The squirrels will get plenty to eat tonight.
Yeah.
Not bad, Mario.
right behind you.
We're on your right. Hey! Over here! Over your right.
Unseek!
Yeah.
Best shot. Arms up.
That all you had? Good work.
That it? Let's go. Here we go.
Oh, Envoy! You have to help me. If I have to listen to this twig of a recruit tell his stories for even one more minute, I'll probably die. Wonderful! Even a few seconds of talking to someone more interesting is like a breath of fresh air. It's great to meet you. Ranger Iziana Dorso at your service. All right, but make it quick. I'm obviously very busy. Kidding, of course. Before you ask, I know you're trying to find your supposed killer among the squad, and I really don't know much about it. Frankly, I think she's overreacting to a late report. Monato might be our best tracker, but he doesn't put a lot of stock in patrol rotation, rest days, or Asierno's toothless protocols. Verano and I are stationed on opposite ends of the valley. I hardly ever see the man except in passing. Casagrada is his partner, supposedly. You want to know more, ask him. Monato's always been acting strangely. Most paranoid man I've ever known. Thinks everyone's out to get him. Me, you, your steel garrote. Gods only know why. But one thing's for sure. You won't find him if he doesn't want to be. The last thing I heard was that Monato was going to scout out the ogre camp. From here, cross the northern bridge and follow the path west. The path will become a cobblestone road and pass through the swamp. You'll find a cave in the hillside. The Animancer struck a deal with Asierno. We're not allowed to go there. Why Monato was headed there is beyond me. But if you want to track down Monato, that would be the first place to look. Right. Watch your back out there, Envoy. The Living Lands are a dangerous place.
I don't think it's fair. You're that envoy, aren't you? It's the face. Gives you away. What can the Fjord Ranger's Rising Star do for you, Your Eminence? I already gave her my reports. I don't know what she... Oh, did she want me to give you some pointers? Because I'm kind of an expert in the art of combat. Wait... You think I'm the killer, don't you? Listen to me. I didn't do anything wrong. Verano going missing isn't my fault. Verano should be back at headquarters any minute. He seemed to have things under control when we got separated. We were scouting out the abandoned homestead near Nakotedek when the bandits attacked us. I drew 2 of them away from the fight, and Verano and I got separated. When I doubled back around to check on him, I didn't see anyone. I've told you everything I know. No one else seems to believe me, so... Look for a bridge southwest from Fjord, near Nakotedek. Go west across the bridge, and you'll come across the camp.
Hopefully it's not too... too late for his partner. For both their sakes.
Did you hear that? Remy, look what I found. A genuine godlike.
Do you think they can hear us?
Let's find out. Hello, me, Yvette. You friend? Remy, take a note. Fluent speech and upright posture show marks of sophistication in the endangered godlike. We heard that Giada partnered up with an outsider, but I had no idea you were a godlike. Fascinating.
I suppose we owe her a favor. Or two.
Giada must have sent you to be our test subject. She knows how we adore your kind. Satisfy our curiosity and we'll give you everything Giada needs to finish her research. Deal?
Let's begin the examination. If you could choose, who or what would you be in your next life? Next time you go round the wheel, you might not get so lucky. Forget what I think. Let's keep the focus on you.
Who wouldn't? My turn. Some would call you blessed. Others would call you cursed. Wouldn't you say that you owe something to the rest of us? So, you believe we need your help. Interesting.
Oh, I thought of another. We all know that godlike can't reproduce. How do you plan on leaving a legacy after you're gone? Very optimistic, aren't we? I think that covers everything. Thank you for that brilliant insight, godlike. You're a credit to your dwindling kind.
So, Giada wants to know all about the Dream Scourge, yes? Such has been her research of late. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
The Dream Scourge is proof that an unprecedented metaphysical disaster can take place at any time.
Oh, that's a load off my mind. Sure beats not constantly worrying about the future.
How's that good news?
Giada will be interested to learn that the Dream Scourge cannot just be studied in a lab. Its nature is wild, so it has to be studied in the wild. Our machines and experiments would meddle with it too much.
And like anything affecting the soul, it must be connected to essence. Thus, if she wishes to discover more about the Dream Scourge, a Pillar of Adra would be a good place to start.
Precisely. A godlike and a scholar, too. Incredible.
Indeed. Just as Adra channels essence, so too may it provide a key to discovering more about the Dream Scourge.
Not that we'd ever be interested in such research, of course. How droll. Now that we've researched the mind of a godlike, the next step is anatomy. But we've taken enough of your time. Farewell.
Hurry, before they change their minds.
Ugh, I might have dozed off there for a bit. Were any of those words the ones we needed?
Yeah.
Envoy, a pleasure as always. Giata Castel wants my professional opinion. What an honor. I have a few theories, but no firm conclusions. I have to ask, is it true? Did Vidaro kick her out of town? He's a bigger fool than I thought. Very well. I'll tell you what I know about the Dream Scourge. But first, I need some help around the farm. I'm up to my ears in chores around here, and the Revenants can only do so much. They can't do complicated tasks, you see. Anyway, I'm afraid the time has come to put down poor Silvo. You did? That was quick. Poor Silvo. He was a bright young Revenant, but a very old man. Thank you for giving him peace. So, the Dream Scourge. I've been keeping an eye on the readings from my fields. This plague, as we know it, is a recent development. But I believe whatever causes it is older by far. Maybe even as old as the living lands. The exotic plants and animals, the twisted landscape, the Dream Scourge. They have a common ancestor. There's something about the essence in the living lands that's different from anywhere else I've seen. But how to find something so well hidden? Can something so metaphysical even be found? Not to get too superstitious, but in these troubled times, the arrival of a godlike is no coincidence. You are meant to be here. Toward what end, only you can say. Well, I'm happy to give her some good news for a change. You and Giat are going to shake things up. As for me, I'll be keeping a close eye on my flock.
Oh, and thank you for the nightmare fuel. I really have been sleeping entirely. Going too well lately.
I'm...
Nothing like a win with a good team. Nice work.
Anyone else feel the draft? There. I bet there's something behind that broken window. Stay alert. Just in case.
What was that?
Let's see what I got. We make a good squad.
Stop right there! Get the speed! Now you
not looking so good. Need more time.
I'm sick!
I could use some help in here.
Many thanks, my friends. Much as I hate to say it, there's no way I could have fought past those bastards on my own. Name's Verano. I'd love to stay and give proper thanks, but Ranger Asierno needs my report. Well, that's charming. I'm glad he remembered me. I came here with Ranger Casagrada to scout this area out. We got a tip that a force of bandits was gathering at this old homestead. One of us must have stepped on a twig, because they spotted us right away. When I squared off, Casagrada ran the other way. Said he was going to grab Dorso for backup. The kid's a rabbit bear in sparring practice. He just has little experience with real conflict. After Casagrada left, several more bandits joined the fight. They overwhelmed me and took me hostage. I overheard them talking about meeting someone next to a root-strangled tree with a view of the town. They seemed to think their contact was one of the rangers. But that would make that ranger a traitor. I think the world of Casagrada. He doesn't have the temperament to be a murderer. He's a hothead, no doubt. But his ire is for the creatures that threaten Emerald's Stair. And sure, he likes to go off alone. But that's because he doesn't like to be seen practicing. Now Dorso, she's a fine ranger. But I don't know her all that well. I just don't like casting doubt without evidence. Well, thanks again for looking out. If you're in the area, go see Captain Asierno at the watchtower.
I'm not sure what to make of this, but I don't like it.
Come on now, remember. Oh, my apologies, my friend. Is there any chance we've met before? I seem to have forgotten, well, everything. I have no idea where or even who I am. I just came out here with no memory whatsoever. I figured that someone would have recognized me by now. Maybe I'm a recluse or a hermit of some kind. I have noticed a lot of animancy going on around here, so it's very likely. I'm afraid that may be my only option. Thank you so much for your time.
Nice job, everyone. What's Helia god of again? Creepy places full of murder and ghosts? Right behind you.
Hey, God! Come and get me! Stay.
Seek!
Let's see what you got. Hold it.
I smell rot. There's something unnatural here.
Hey! Over here!
Look right.
Coming from the right. Back on my feet. Where's my mark? Look left. Everyone okay?
Yeah.
Envoy? What are you... Huh. You're full of surprises. I was expecting someone else, but... I think this could work out better for both of us. Just a few friends. Though it seems they were no longer inclined to meet with me after you let their hostage go. Once you hear my side, Envoy, I think you'll agree I was only trying to help. Unfortunately, I didn't want to, but he forced my hand. I thought I was clever, skimming a little extra pay from the coffers, surveying the city's weaknesses, laying caches for my friends. But it was like Monato had eyes in the back of his head. Nothing got by him. I tried to explain, but he couldn't understand. Wouldn't. He'd completely closed his ears to reason.
So you killed him for it?
Poor bastard was always too principled for his own good. After a fashion.
Unbelievable.
They were a means to an end. Don't tell them that. Everyone likes to feel special. They were supposed to kill Verano, but... I guess they figured they could get more coin if they ransomed him back to us instead. Idiots.
About time.
Over here!
Next one's mine. Everyone okay?
sincerely hope you have some good news for me. My gods, I can't believe this.
Ilia's wings uplift us.
She's been with the Rangers since she was a girl. She trained most of my men.
This is... Fotito. This is big, Asierno.
What happened to her? Where is she now? Without the trial? Good gods.
Frontier justice. That's what a traitor deserves.
Masoni, please. Where's her body now, Envoy?
I'll send a few of the senior rangers out to find her.
Thank you, Masso. What a nightmare. I don't know what I'm going to tell my men. This situation beggars belief. Do you know why she did it?
Be serious, Envoy.
She was always talking about how we needed strength. Do you remember, Masso? More swords, more coin. And she complained that animancy wouldn't fix our problems. But I didn't think she had so little faith in Fior.
No one took her seriously.
Evidently, she was quite serious about it. I didn't want to believe it could be her. Thank you, Envoy. Ranger Monato has been properly avenged, and now I have a lot of work to do to rebuild my squad. Here's your reward. It's the least we can do for your assistance. Step carefully out there.
I hope this at least lets them clean up their ranks.